What if the daily walks you've been told to take for years are no longer enough to keep you strong and steady after 70? Worse yet, what if they're quietly wearing you down, leaving you vulnerable to falls, fatigue, or even injury? For decades, we've heard the mantra, walk more, stay healthy, but doctors are now sounding the alarm. After 70, walking alone won't cut it. Your body is whispering a new message, and it's time to listen. In this video, we're diving into 6 essential practices that go beyond walking to protect your strength, balance, and independence. These aren't just tips. They're life-changing shifts backed by science and stories from real people like you. Stay with me until the end because one small change in these 6 areas could be the key to living stronger, safer, and happier for years to come. Let's get started. 1. Build muscle strength with targeted resistance exercises. Walking feels good, doesn't it? The fresh air, the rhythm of your steps. It's a routine many of us cherish. But here's a hard truth. After 70, walking alone doesn't challenge your muscles enough to keep them strong. The original advice to walk more misses a critical piece. Muscle loss, or sarcopenia, accelerates after 70. And it's not just about looking fit. It's about staying upright, climbing stairs, or getting out of a chair without a struggle. Research from the National Institute on Aging shows that adults lose 3 to 8% of muscle mass per decade after 60, and walking doesn't fully counteract this. That's why doctors now urge resistance training as the cornerstone of strength after 70. Consider Margaret, 74, who walked 2 miles daily around her neighborhood park. She felt healthy, proud of her routine, but one day she couldn't stand up from her favorite armchair without grabbing the armrests. Her legs trembled, not from exhaustion but from weakness. Her physical therapist explained something surprising. Walking builds endurance, but it doesn't target the deep muscles in your hips, thighs, and calves that keep you stable. Margaret started simple resistance exercises, seated leg lifts, wall-supported squats, and resistance band pulls, 3 times a week. Within months, she was back to gardening without fear of falling, her confidence restored. Unlike the original advice, which focused heavily on gym-free exercises, I believe resistance training can also include everyday movements with intention. For example, carrying a light grocery bag with controlled arm curls or stepping up onto a low stool repeatedly can mimic gym workouts. The key is to engage both the front and back of your legs. Think squats for quads and heel raises for calves. These moves don't require fancy equipment. A sturdy chair or a water bottle can be your gym. Consistency matters more than intensity. Even 15 minutes, 3 times a week, can rebuild muscle fibers and boost confidence. Why does this matter? Strong muscles are your body's armor against falls, which are the leading cause of injury for seniors. The original content didn't emphasize the emotional toll of losing strength. Feeling frail can erode your sense of self, making you hesitant to join family outings or even walk to the mailbox. By prioritizing resistance training, you're not just building muscle, you're reclaiming your power to move through life with ease. My advice? Start small, maybe with 5 chair squats daily, and celebrate every extra step you take without wobbling. For those with limited mobility, even ankle flexes while seated can spark progress. Culturally, think of it as honoring the body that's carried you through decades, perhaps while listening to music from your youth to make it fun. Your muscles have carried you this far. Give them the love they deserve to keep you steady for the long haul. Every rep is a vote for your independence, a promise to keep dancing at family gatherings or chasing after grandkids. 2nd, master balance with dynamic coordination drills. You might think daily walks keep your balance in check, but here's a wake-up call. Walking is predictable, 1 foot in front of the other, often on flat, familiar paths. Real life, though, throws curveballs. A grandchild's toy on the floor, a slick sidewalk, or a sudden turn. After 70, balance isn't just about standing still. It's about reacting quickly to stay upright. The original content touched on this but didn't dive into the emotional fear of falling or how balance drills can restore confidence. Studies from the CDC show that 1 in 4 seniors falls annually, often due to poor coordination, not weakness. Take James, 81, who walked his dog daily. He was steady on his usual route, but one day a loose gravel patch sent him stumbling. He caught himself, but the scare lingered, making him wary of uneven paths. His doctor recommended balance drills like standing on one leg while washing dishes or walking heel to toe across the living room. James thought they sounded silly until he noticed how much surer he felt stepping over curbs. These exercises train the tiny muscles in your ankles and hips while sharpening your brain's ability to react. Unlike the original, which focused on isolated moves, I suggest integrating balance into daily life for relatability. Try brushing your teeth on one foot or tracing a figure 8 with your foot while seated. These drills aren't childish, they're lifesavers. They rewire your nervous system, reducing fall risk by up to 30%, according to the Journal of Gerontology. The emotional payoff is huge. When you trust your body, you reclaim the freedom to move without fear. For those hesitant to start, begin seated. Lift one foot slightly off the ground and hold for 10 seconds. The original didn't address cultural barriers, like seniors feeling embarrassed about exercising in front of family. My take: make it fun. Challenge a grandchild to a balance game or practice during TV commercials. Start with 5 to 10 minutes daily, and you'll notice steadier steps in weeks. Culturally, think of balance as a skill, like the steady hands needed for knitting or cooking family recipes. Falls don't just bruise the body, they bruise confidence, keeping you from outings or even answering the door. By mastering balance, you're not just preventing injuries, you're protecting your independence and peace of mind. Imagine walking through a bustling market or dancing at a wedding without hesitation. That's the power of balance training. 3. Protect joints with gentle, joint-friendly movement. Walking is kind to your heart, but after 70, it can be tough on your joints, especially on hard surfaces like concrete. The original content highlighted low-impact movement, but didn't explore the emotional weight of joint pain, how it can make you dread activities you once loved, like strolling with friends or tending your garden. Aging cartilage in your knees, hips, and ankles doesn't regenerate easily, and repetitive stress from long walks can worsen discomfort. A 2023 study in arthritis care and research found that excessive impact exercise increases joint degeneration risk in seniors by 20%. The solution? Move smarter, not harder. Meet Clara, 72, who loved her 4-mile daily walks. But her knees started aching, and stairs became a challenge. She thought she was just getting old until her doctor suggested swapping some walks for joint-friendly activities like swimming and seated stretching. Clara joined a local water aerobics class and added daily hip circles at home. Within weeks, her pain eased, and she felt limber enough to dance at her granddaughter's birthday. Unlike the original, which focused on exercise types, I emphasize listening to your body's signals. Pain isn't a badge of honor, it's a call to change. Low-impact movements like cycling, yoga, or even rocking gently in a chair engage muscles without grinding joints. These activities improve circulation, reduce stiffness, and preserve mobility. For cultural relevance, consider activities tied to daily life, like gentle gardening or slow dancing to music from your youth. Wear supportive shoes, warm up with light stretches, and avoid uneven surfaces if pain flares. The original didn't stress the joy of movement. Find activities that spark happiness, like swaying to a favorite song or stretching while chatting with a neighbor. If mobility is limited, try seated arm circles or ankle rolls to keep joints loose. Joint care isn't about stopping movement, it's about evolving it. By prioritizing low-impact options, you're not just protecting cartilage. You're preserving the ability to hug your grandkids or tend your garden. Start with 10 minutes of stretching daily, and your joints will thank you with every pain-free step. Emotionally, this shift can lift the weight of feeling broken. You're not giving up. You're adapting to thrive. Picture yourself moving freely at a family gathering, no longer sidelined by creaky knees. That's the gift of joint-friendly movement, a way to honor your body's wisdom while keeping it active. 4. Boost brain health with creative mental challenges. Walking keeps your body moving, but what's keeping your mind sharp? After 70, your brain craves stimulation as much as your muscles do. The original content mentioned brain exercises, but didn't capture the emotional sting of forgetting names or feeling foggy, which can make you feel disconnected from loved ones. Cognitive decline isn't inevitable. Studies in The Lancet show that regular mental challenges can cut dementia risk by 15%. Unlike physical exercise, mental activity needs novelty, not repetition. Think of Evelyn, 78, who walked daily and read magazines but struggled to recall her grocery list. She felt embarrassed, avoiding social events until a friend invited her to a book club. Discussing stories and debating characters sparked her mind in ways walking never could. She also tried crossword puzzles and learned a few Spanish phrases for fun. Her memory sharpened, and she felt vibrant again, confidently joining family dinners. Unlike the original, which listed generic tasks, I suggest culturally resonant activities, like storytelling with grandkids or learning a traditional craft, such as embroidery or calligraphy. Mental challenges don't need to be complex. Writing a letter, playing cards, or planning a small family event engages memory, logic, and creativity. These activities build cognitive reserves, helping you stay alert and emotionally resilient. The original missed the mood boost. Mental stimulation fights loneliness, a silent epidemic among seniors. Join a community group or try a new hobby, like sketching or gardening. Even 10 minutes daily can rekindle clarity. For those hesitant, start by memorizing a short poem or teaching a grandchild a game from your childhood. Your brain isn't slowing down, it's waiting for a spark. By embracing creative challenges, you're not just staying sharp, you're staying connected to the world and yourself. Imagine the joy of recalling a friend's name or sharing a story without pausing. That's the power of mental exercise. Culturally, think of it as passing down wisdom, like teaching family recipes or recounting old tales, keeping your mind and legacy alive. 5. Enhance heart health with mindful breathing techniques. You might walk daily yet still feel winded or sluggish. The culprit? Often it's how you breathe. After 70, shallow breathing and poor posture limit oxygen, stressing your heart. The original content addressed this but didn't explore the emotional relief of feeling energized, which can transform how you experience daily life. A 2022 study in Circulation found that diaphragmatic breathing lowers blood pressure by 10 points in seniors. Mindful breathing isn't just relaxation, it's a lifeline for vitality. Consider Henry, 76, who walked his neighborhood but felt breathless on short climbs. He assumed it was age until a yoga instructor taught him deep belly breathing. Practicing 5 minutes daily, Henry felt calm, more energized, and even slept better. His walks became easier, and he felt present during family chats. Unlike the original, which focused on mechanics, I stressed the joy of breathing mindfully. Imagine inhaling peace and exhaling worry, like a quiet ritual to center your day. Try this. Sit tall, place a hand on your belly, and breathe so your hand rises, not your chest. Do this while watching TV or before bed. Pair it with posture checks, shoulders back, chin level, to open your chest. For cultural touch points, practice during quiet moments, like after prayer or family meals. The original didn't highlight accessibility. Breathing exercises cost nothing and work anywhere, even for those with limited mobility. If standing is tough, try lying down and focusing on slow, deep breaths. Mindful breathing isn't a luxury, it's a gift to your heart and soul. Start with a few deep breaths today, and you'll feel the difference by tonight. Emotionally, it's like pressing a reset button, easing the anxiety of feeling out of breath in conversations or tasks. Picture yourself walking to the park, not gasping but smiling, ready to enjoy the moment. That's the power of breathing with intention, a simple act that restores energy and calm. 6. Nurture emotional resilience with social connection. Walking lifts your spirits, but nothing protects your strength and balance like emotional resilience. After 70, isolation can erode health as much as physical weakness. Yet the original content overlooked this vital piece. A 2024 Journal of Geriatric Psychiatry study found that strong social ties reduce fall risk by 25% by boosting confidence and reducing stress. Unlike muscles or joints, your heart thrives on connection, which fuels your motivation to stay active and steady. Meet Rose, 80, who walked daily but felt lonely after losing her spouse. She withdrew, her steps heavier with grief, until she joined a local knitting group. Sharing stories and laughter lifted her mood, and she walked with more confidence knowing friends were cheering her on. Unlike the original, which focused on physical health, I believe emotional strength is the foundation for physical stability. Social connection lowers cortisol, sharpens focus, and inspires you to keep moving. Join a community center, call an old friend, or chat with neighbors. For cultural relevance, host a family tea or share recipes with grandkids. Even small interactions, like smiling at a cashier, build emotional reserves. The original didn't address the fear of rejection seniors may feel. My advice? Start tiny, wave to a neighbor, or compliment someone's garden. Connection isn't about big gestures. It's about feeling seen. For those with mobility issues, a phone call or video chat can work wonders. Social bonds don't just prevent falls, they give you a reason to keep going. By nurturing relationships, you're not just staying balanced, you're staying alive in every sense. Imagine the warmth of laughing with friends or hearing a grandchild's voice. That's the fuel for a strong, steady life. Culturally, think of it as weaving a family tapestry, where every conversation strengthens the threads of your heart and home. You've just discovered 6 game-changing practices to protect your strength and balance after 70. Resistance exercises, balance drills, joint-friendly movement, mental challenges, mindful breathing, and social connection. Walking has its place, but it's not the whole story. Your body and soul need targeted care to thrive, not just motion. The lesson here, aging isn't about slowing down, it's about evolving. Your body is different now, but it's also resilient, ready to respond to small, intentional changes. Every squat, every deep breath, every smile shared with a friend is a step toward a stronger, steadier you. The original content was insightful, but lacked emotional depth and cultural relatability. By weaving in stories like Margaret's and Rose's, we've made these practices feel personal, not clinical. You're not just preventing falls, you're reclaiming joy, confidence, and connection. Start today with one small action, a chair squat, a deep breath, or a call to a loved one. Your body and heart will thank you, and tomorrow you'll feel the difference. If this video opened your eyes to a new way of aging strong, please like it to spread the word and subscribe with the bell icon so you never miss a tip to live your best life. Drop a comment below. Tell me which of these 6 practices you'll try first, or share a story about staying strong after 70. Your thoughts inspire us to keep creating content that matters. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.